especially with what happened to Madrid.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Good. Okay. Afternoon, evening, depending on wherever you are. It's a good weekend, depending on what side of the
Yeah.
what side of the
Yeah.
wall you're on.
The vibe in the studio is very good, except for maybe one or two of us, But
It's always a good afternoon.
No.
Always
It's
a
around
good
the world.
weekend.
It's around the world. It's around the
Always a
world.
good weekend.
Yes, guys, it's good to be back again, and we brought a special guest. Especially when the Reds, the faded Reds, the fake Reds are down. We're happy. But yes, it's the weekend review, and it's been a whole lot going on this weekend. It's a whole lot going on this weekend. But I think we can start from Friday, the first game of the weekend, Bournemouth Fulham. I don't know, guys. That was a good game for me. I don't know about you guys. If anyone was able to catch that game.
Yeah, I caught that game, and I think Semenyo is ready, man. It looks like he's ready for the next step, man. That guy looks really good. One of the big clubs is going to snap him up either in January or later summer. Bournemouth is going to struggle to hold on to him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think
he just signed a new contract though, so it's going to be expensive.
It won't stop them.
I think he's showing a lot of consistency. In actual fact, he's been consistent for some 2-3 seasons, but it seems like everything is coming all together now. You look at the game against Liverpool. He had a fine outing. I think he had 2 goals, right?
What do you mean by had a fine outing?
He had a fine outing because he scored against us now.
Explain.
And then he seems to. I think I like his style of play. He's a bit direct. He's a very direct player. If you look at the goal he scored against Liverpool, he picked the ball from virtually inside his own box. Ran with the ball, and they thought that he was going to pass. No, he would not pass. Everybody was backing up, and then he scored. And then you look at the way he scored again on Friday. Took on the defense somewhere by the corner, and then he looked like an impossible angle, but somehow he scored.
Yeah.
So I agree with Tunde. I think he needs a bigger platform.
Yeah, I will agree. And what you also notice is that what has changed in my mind from like the last few seasons, just as you mentioned, is the fact that he's now having a lot more end products. Right,
yes.
It's either assisting or he's scoring. Guys, we also have someone joining us as well. Tolu, welcome. Tolu is a Chelsea fan. Maybe a happy one. We will know today or a very unhappy one. Right. So I would say Semenyo is there's that end product as well, which is why I think the big boys will be going for him very soon. It reminds me a little bit of Easy, right? In the style of play and in the kind of end products that you are beginning to see now as well with men. Yeah. And Bournemouth is doing well. They are doing well.
I mean, they are fourth on the table. If they are going to survive this season, to be down to Semenyo, I think he's literally carrying that team on his shoulders. So I think it was a good one for them.
But what surprised me the most with that match was the way Fulham collapsed. It was really surprising. It didn't look like the regular Fulham. Even when they don't concede like that. It felt like the goals were too easy.
Yeah.
I hope when they will not turn into prime AC Milan now.
Because I think it speaks to the league. This EPL. It can be a very strange league. You can do well because Fulham hasn't been doing badly, right? And then you go into a game, you think that okay, maybe worst case scenario, maybe you get a draw, but somehow it just seems as if everything just falls apart. So I think it's also a function of the league that we are talking about. This EPL is not everybody's mates.
No, it's not. But yeah, I think it was a good game. Let's jump into the Saturday game. Leeds versus Spurs.
Yeah, Tolu and Bayo, you can jump in at any time. Okay,
Yes,
just
please
remember
go.
that.
Yeah.
The Leeds versus Tottenham, 2-1. Honestly, I actually thought Leeds were going to win that game, but I think I think I think Tunde actually called this one last week. He said Tottenham will win it, and yeah, they did. They
I
got the
think I
result.
think Tunde said something about, I don't know if it was Tunde, about the fact that Leeds cannot run that race all through the season, and I think he's right.
Yeah.
Was it you,
It was
Dex?
me.
Was
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
you?
said
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they're gonna tire out. Looks like, because they don't even have that depth within that
Mm-hmm.
squad, and it's a long journey. We still have like 29, sorry, 31 games to go.
31 games. Yeah.
That's like forever.
Forever.
So most of these teams are going to tire out basically, and that's when the squad depth comes in.
And
And I still think Arsenal is going to reap more of this benefit because of their depth.
that, yeah. Um, so my thinking is this with regards to Leeds, right? I watched that game because I mean I got pushback from both of you, Bayo and Lagz, with respect to Leeds. So I took my time to watch that game, and I think what stood out for me was that they have a lot of Premiership experience
They
Mm.
do.
in their team. They have experience from other leagues as well, right? Now, what I would say again is they need to know when to settle for a point.
Mm.
That's usually the problem with relegated sides or promoted sides. Let's put it like that. Promoted sides. When you come in and you attack one or two, three games and it works and they score a few goals, and before you know it, they've won like one or two matches in 5 games. They think they can go all out attacking. And when the goals are not dropping, because Leeds actually had a lot of chances on Friday to fill up
Yeah.
They
that.
did. They did.
They played well. However, when the goals are not falling, you must know when to go back. That's what Fulham does very well. Same Fulham we're talking about. When Fulham is attacking and it's not working, they know when to go back into, settle back into that low block and defend
Mm-hmm.
for their lives and take a point and walk away. That's something Leeds will need to learn. If not, they will get relegated. And that's my prediction. I won't come away with stay away from that prediction. I think they will get
Yeah.
relegated if they don't learn to take a point and walk away. You can't keep attacking, and you think it's not the championship.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
And
So
I totally agree with that. That's going to be their downfall. Having to think that it's the championship. No, it's not.
no,
and I think I'm disappointed with Leeds because I'm like, you've been in this league not once, not twice. You come this season, you go back again, and you're still trying to play the same brand of football. I mean, at least at some point you should be like, okay, if I can get a draw against Spurs, let me just take it. Yeah, you're playing at home. You can be like Sunderland, get as much points as you can because towards the end of the season, you know it's going to be rough for you guys. But I think it's a good one. But yeah, going to the other games, I think we allowed the Arsenal fan to talk about his game first.
no, you can't just introduce me like that. You say
Yeah,
top of the table.
sorry. Hold on. Lads, I want to quickly say something about leagues. I
Yeah,
don't think I think in addition to what Jagos and Bayo said, um I think what may kill them, in my own thinking, is injuries. Because I think I think they have some decent players, right?
they
Yes, they
do.
do. They do.
But if you begin to have some of them get injured, that may be a problem. They're not playing anywhere else. It's not as if they are playing in Europe. So they shouldn't have a problem. If they manage their team well enough, I think they should be fine. And for Bournemouth, I think Bournemouth already has enough points to get them close away from being relegated, honestly, because they have 14 points already. I think that's a
Yeah,
very good start for them. That's
that
You
is
know,
just
very
my
good.
two
Kola
cents.
is kind of throwing a stone over there. He said they're not playing anywhere, At least they're not playing in
I
Europe.
don't think-
Sound a lot like his Manchester United supporter.
And then I'll say, I think also with Leeds, their coaches is another point. Daniel
Mm,
Farker, this is the way he set up his teams.
mm,
I
It
remember
won't
his
work.
team with Norwich, same thing.
Yeah, same
mm.
thing.
He likes to go all out attack. So
Yes,
it's not very surprising that they will struggle a
he
bit.
likes to fool himself. And Norwich got relegated with him.
Yeah.
They will
He
relegate him
does
again if
he
he's
does
not
the
careful.
same thing every time.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, and
I
I
mean,
mean,
he'll give that smile, that little smile at the end of the game.
I mean, he's been fired a couple of times. He's supposed to be. I think his best friend is Klopp. They came
yeah.
from the same, the same school of thought. But at least, he Klopp made it to the highest level. You are the second level. At least you should over this year you should have learned something. I think it's
Well,
just a thing with all these coaches nowadays. They are just being stubborn with their
It's the same thing.
ideas.
Everybody cannot be top. It's like me and you now are friends. I'm friends with Kola, Bayo, all of you guys. But I'm top of the table. You guys are way below. So everybody can be.
Okay, please go on to your game. Go on to your game. Go on to your
But
game. Let's.
there's not a lot to say for that game beyond the Arsenal game, right? Beyond the fact that I was shocked with the way West Ham played.
Yeah.
That's one. However, I still see a quick challenge with Arsenal. We're still not clinical enough. We're still not clinical enough. We're creating those
even with
chances,
58
but we're
million
not.
in Jokeres.
Yeah. We're not putting those chances away. We're not putting those chances. No, Gyökeres is going to struggle initially. I envisage that because the way he plays is very direct, right? Arsenal's game is not direct. We're just learning to play a bit semi-direct now, and you will see that he's getting involved more in the games, right? But I think my money is on West Ham finishing ahead of Nottingham Forest.
If Nottingham Forest didn't relegates, because it looks very much like, I think they
Yeah,
might even sack their coach in the
they
next
attacking very
two
soon.
two or
But
so games.
but um, but on the Arsenal game, man, I was grateful for depth in squad. Depth in squad, man. I was grateful. As soon as Odegaard went down again, I'm like, I wasn't even. I'm like, okay, just find me one of those boys and bring him in. What are you talking about? It feels good for once not to look to your bench and see a proper Chelsea reject or a United. We've been doing those things forever. Before we will go to United and get Welbeck, all these, I don't know, all these Silvestre, all these people will just back them and bring them. They will go to Chelsea, bring. Yeah, I know Jorginho is a good player, but he wasn't on top of his game anymore
but,
when he came to Arsenal. Sterling, all these, I'm
but
like,
but your highest goal scorer 2 seasons was from Chelsea. Let's not forget that. So
who?
let's not be
He
don't be ungrateful.
that was his prime, bro. Don't
Don't
you
be
understand?
ungrateful to
That's his
Chelsea.
prime. I'm
Kai,
ungrateful
Kai
to them.
Havertz, Kai Havertz has done a lot of good for
I agree,
Arsenal.
and I'm grateful for them for even giving me money this season again. Okay, but the point is, if you are going to give me a player that is still at least close to his prime. Don't go and buy Sterling. Don't go and buy. And I look to
Okada.
the bench. I look to the bench, and we're able to bring in a Spanish international from the bench.
Mm,
And we still had great young stars on the bench. My boy, was still on the bench. One area, you know,
mm.
I look at things like that, I'm like, okay, if Ateta manages this team well, at least we should win one trophy. No trophy is a failure in my opinion. And I'm saying it now, breaking news. If
Yeah.
Ateta doesn't win a trophy, I'm
So
going to just like you. The way you
so
wanted to
wait,
join on Amorim
no
Man
no
2 weeks
no no
ago.
no 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 wait. So with almost 800 million spent, you would take the
Yes.
Carabao Cup.
Bro, at this point, I'll even take any trophy. We've not
I
won
mean
anything. You
I
have to let
mean
me explain that to you. You have to start winning something first
Yeah.
before you can win the big ones. Sometimes
but
the big ones just don't happen that way. For instance,
I
look at City. They dominated EPL for many years before they were able to crack UCL, right? So that winning mentality needs to start happening where you get to the latter stages of competitions and you know how to navigate it, right? Properly. We still are not there completely yet, but we have to start winning something. We have to win something. You can't be there as a coach, have all these players, they are getting you Eze, getting you whoever you want. Gyökeres almost even got you Tesco and Walmart and all these other people, and you are saying that you will not win something. Win something. But I will settle for EPL, gladly. Anything to make Liverpool, City, and all those people sad, I'll settle for.
Lads, you see, permit me to say prestissimo. This guy now. I like to speak English.
Yeah,
Obia,
yeah.
yes, yes.
permit me to say prestissimo. That is
Thank you,
as
Sam.
quick as possible. Quick, kanko. See, you can see how in like 2 weeks somebody can just get overworked, and then they begin to say, "Oh, when Odegaard got injured," I said, "Yeah,
I know.
you see, that is life. That is life for you."
But hey, think about it this way. It also works on the other end.
Mm.
The energy you are seeing from him today, Lagz,
Mm.
is not the same from last week. Just a week difference.
No, that's what I said. Life.
3 games, and the energy has gone from here to here.
Who, for me?
Yes, absolutely.
No way.
Absolutely.
My energy is the same. There's no cause for alarm. You see,
No.
sometimes
The energy is the same because it's been back to back defeat. So the energy has still gone higher. The energy has still gone higher. The energy has been the same.
Don't worry, we'll come to our own game. But for Arsenal, I for their sake, and for today's sake, you guys had better do well this season. Otherwise,
why? You didn't win anything for many years before club came.
Tunde, you guys will be the first club, right? If you are second again, you will be the first club to get to be second 3 consecutive seasons. So that's what I'm saying. For your sake, you guys are better.
That's a record.
That's a record.
I'm finishing 15th like United.
And you know what? I can speak to that experience of being a second place team. You know, last week when the 3 of us were here, and I told you that all the disappointment that Arsenal had last season, you know, and maybe even the season before, I really didn't feel that you guys, I don't think you guys needed to be that disappointed. When you play in a league and you garner 93 points or 97 points and you still not win the league, that's when you know that there is trouble.
By the same way, the same league Ferguson was winning with 88 points.
That's the point. That's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making.
Times have changed. So
times have changed.
Times have changed. A whole lot of money is being spent, and the technology involved is also something different. So we cannot think of those 80-something points. Exactly. I don't even think with 80-something point now it's going to take a miracle to win any league. You understand? So
yeah.
But for Arsenal,
I'm not trying to say that, Bayo, I agree with you, Jerry. I'm just trying to say that Arsenal needs to. I'm hoping that you guys have learned your lessons.
Focus on your Liverpool and learn your own lesson.
You need to ride on the wave. You need to ride on the wave because it takes City. My own is I always fear City. It takes City to get their groove, win 2 games, and then everybody will be shocked. They are on the way to win 10 from 11 games.
For context, City are 3 points behind Arsenal, and we know what.
You know what I'm not worried about. And I'll tell you what I'm not worried about. When you look at City, even if you watched the game today, they remind me a little bit of Liverpool at the present moment. That's the truth.
I agree.
They are still getting away with some games too. They are not playing at the top of their powers yet. And I don't think they get to that top because when you look at the kind of players they have, right? The goal they scored today was at the end of the day horrible defending. They didn't get a lot of clear chances today. Those guys got some one-on-ones that they should have put away. You know, they got through. The same goal he scored against United, he should have done the same against City today. Thiago. So anyway, we'll still talk about that game. So I'm not really worried about
it. I see it differently. Okay. I know they are struggling. They are not at their best. And why I say I see it differently is because for Mourinho, for Guardiola to get to a point where he understands that this is what I have. I can settle for a 1-0. I think that is also a reset for him. And it may help them. It may help them.
So the question is he settling for 1-0? Or that's the output the team can put out at the moment. That's what I think.
Sunday, I don't think so. I think I agree with Kola. Pep has gotten to a point that he knows what he have.
Yes.
Look at your game, for example. He didn't come to win that game because he knew that if he played that game, he would be battered. He just needed to settle for a draw. Exactly. That's how you win championships. You know the game you fight for. You know where you need 1 point. You know if 1-0 is enough to get your 3 points. That's what the guy is doing right now.
Yes, and that's
that's
uncharacteristic of him.
Exactly,
No,
and that's how
but
you
again,
win.
think about it this way, guys. And I'm not trying for us to drag this forever, right? If you continue to settle for those 1-0 last minute wins, settling, eventually it catches up to you. That's what's happening with Liverpool at the moment.
But they won 5-0 or 5-1 last week now.
Against who?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, no problem. The point is this: you would see there will come a run of games, right, where they have proper difficult. Like today now, they were lucky to get away with that win, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I watched that game. They were extremely lucky to get away with that one. That game could have easily ended a 1-1 or a 2-1 for Brentford.
Yeah,
easily. When you see, there's going to come a run of games that if they are not asserting that influence, right, and they are over dependent at the moment on Haaland putting those one chance games away, just get that one chance, 2 chances, put one away, put it away, and he's great striker, right? But it's not going to go on that run forever.
Yeah,
that's something I'm sure. Anyways, let's leave Arsenal alone. We're winners. We're on top of the table. That's all I have to say. The rest of you can continue explanation. I'm incorrigible, I know, and I don't care.
No.
And
so
do you think you
guys can?
Because you will not be able to see anything.
Do you think you guys are going to win the league?
Why not? Yes.
You think you will win?
So you don't want so you don't want EFL Cup anymore. You want the league now. Let's be clear.
I never said I wanted EFL. I said I'll settle. However, we're going to win the Premier League.
So if you come second and win EFL, are you fine?
I wouldn't call it a failure. Last season was a complete failure because we didn't win we didn't win anything at all. That's why somebody like Chelsea will be able to talk to me because they had a failed season or they won a useless trophy.
You know, what useless trophy was that?
Conference. What is conference? When you go and play Maria FC in Maria FC and Kola.
But do you want me to coach you? You guys are winning the league, right?
Let's coach you that you're winning the league.
Okay, guys.
So apart from Jegs calling it for his team, what else do you guys think? For me, I'm trying not to be emotional. I think Arsenal will win the league as well. As much as I hate it, right?
Kola is just a hater. Don't listen to him.
No, they're not going to. There's nothing that will make them win the league. They think they have what it takes. Because guess what?
Lagz, try not to put sentiment and emotions.
It's not about sentiment.
I'm trying not to.
I've been using sentiment and emotions over the season for us now.
Like, I hate to call it, but I think they're going to win it this season. I think so.
But Bayo, do you want my honest opinion? My honest opinion has always been for every season, especially at this time of the season, don't call anything. That's what I feel. Because
I agree.
That league is
so funny.
Man City can win this league.
They will not win it.
Absolutely.
They don't have the quality now. But you see what? Because you don't know what will happen in January. You can never tell. You don't know what will happen in January.
So United can win the league, Abby.
Absolutely. 100%. No. We have to call it. We have to call it because when you look at context, when there's context to everything, right? At the end of the day, with the way they're saying how bad United are this season, but just 6 points behind the top.
Okay, now.
Can
I give you a hot take?
Go ahead.
If United win the league, I'll not watch football again.
I will not watch United again.
I'll not even watch football again.
Up is down is up.
I'll not watch football again. United out of all.
No, but seriously, Tolu, let me cut you here. It sounds funny. But is it impossible? Funny. That's the truth. Is it impossible?
Of course, it's not impossible.
It's not impossible. It's improbable.
So if you agree that it's impossible, and honestly, deep down in my heart, I believe United are going to do something, but I don't know where it's going to come from. But I believe something is going to happen, and we just saw the start of it yesterday.
Something can be top 8.
You know the funniest thing is these lads, right? 3 weeks ago, when United beat Chelsea, this was the way he said this is the start of something. Until the following week when they lost. As soon as they lost to Brentford,
See.
Everything. Now they want
In every journey, there will be hiccups. This is just one of those.
Let me ask you a
Brentford is a boogie team for Man United.
Wait, why is your own hiccup? Why is your own hiccup consistent? Every week you win one, you lose one, you win one, you lose one. Every week.
And on that note, Man U won yesterday, clean sheet, our first clean sheet of the season, 2-0, beating Sunderland at Old Trafford.
You didn't do all this type of introduction.
It was a wonderful day. It was a wonderful day for a United fan. We had the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, if not in the world, in my opinion, right now. So happy to have.
Can you let a proper United fan?
This is my take. This is my take. This is my
horrible take. Please.
No. Look, based on the statistics, he had the most saves last season in all of Europe. Now he's Man U's number one now.
It's the same way Onana.
Really?
Let me remind you of Onana.
Go check.
Okay.
Yeah, go check. He had the most saves.
Yeah.
He had the most of everything.
Okay.
People are shouting Raya, but people don't know about him. That's why we got him.
Leave Raya alone. Go and
it's about
scouting. Leave us alone.
It's about scouting. That's why some people bought one year player from Egypt, the mama something. I don't know. His first thing, he was just diving left, right, and center. I didn't know where it was. But Lammers, the best goalkeeper, clean sheet. I'm targeting about 12 to 13 clean sheets for him this season. I mean,
wow.
I'm telling you.
Maguire in defense.
Wow. We show our left back.
But you know, having our first clean sheet yesterday, and finally United, playing a game without high BP. The last couple of weeks, my BP has been running 160, 170. But yesterday just went down, calm, back to full health. And honestly, it's the start of something. And in 2 weeks' time, I don't want to talk about
it. I like the look on Kola's face.
Well, we're going to drop a banger somewhere.
Kola's face is like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
So the thing is, I like Lagz enthusiasm. Well, you see, the problem is, if United has been winning, and then maybe they draw or they lose, then we'll say that's an exception. But I'm talking about, let's look at the last 30
please, you need to stop. So what you are saying is the exception is the winning.
I'm not really saying that.
Let's not look at the past. You have to look at the future. You have to look at the future about the direction. About the direction we're about to head into.
Isn't the past an indication of your current present?
So the reason why we can't say that, look at Nottingham Forest. If you look at their past, they were good, but now their future isn't looking that bright. They've been losing.
No, that one was an exception. Their past was their past. This is their past. This really is their past.
True. They are going back to the norm.
So for me, I'm excited. The only painful thing about this is I wanted to use this form to face my next team immediately. This 2 weeks break. It's just unfortunate.
I think it was a good game for United. Overall, I think they played very well. And credit to them, because Sunderland, at least so far this season, they've done very well. Out of the 3 teams that were promoted, they seem to be the team that is really doing very well. So at the end of the day, I think it was a good win for United. However, I think it's too early, to start getting excited. 2 weeks ago you beat Chelsea, in a relatively good game. Last week you lost.
Nothing good about that game. They robbed Chelsea with red card.
Well, any which way.
We also had a red card in that game.
When you already went 2 goals up, they played.
Last week you guys lost to.
It doesn't matter.
Was it Brentford?
Maresca shot himself in the foot.
Don't mind him.
So last week you guys lost. So I think I like the fact that you are positive.
Kola, please complete it. And in 2 weeks' time, they are coming to Anfield. Stop leaving it empty. Coming to Anfield.
I was just trying to help Lagz and Bayo to manage their enthusiasm so that they don't.
Bayo is objective. Bayo, please.
Bayo thinks they can win. I can't even believe he's thinking that
they win in Anfield.
No,
I agree with him. Actually, I agree
I
with him.
believe.
No,
I
no,
believe
I
so as
said
well.
that was a sarcastic statement. It was when you guys
Oh,
were
okay.
saying,
Oh,
you know, I
No, no,
was
but I
just like,
believe, anything
United
is
can,
possible.
you did
Anything is
play
yeah.
fine
possible.
Of
now,
course,
Bayo.
anything is
So
possible.
Anything is possible.
I'm a
Anything is possible.
realist, right? I think
Okay,
it
okay,
was
okay.
a
Thank
good game, at least for once. You know, just like Lagz said, the BP has been crazy. You know, you just need to watch your team play and have this,
Relax.
you know, that this resounding feel of we're winning the game. You know,
Yeah,
it's a good
absolutely.
feeling.
Yeah.
However, I still think there's still a lot of problems. These guys turn up this week, they don't turn up the next week.
Yeah.
And while I would give the coach some blames, I think those guys too need to do better. Because sometimes you see them playing and you imagine, are this the same set of guys that played the last game? Because they've been super inconsistent. But
Yeah.
if they
They'll have
can
the
keep,
whole week to
you
train.
know, if they can keep, yeah, exactly. We don't, they're like Kola
Unlike
trace
the rest
though.
of us representing England in big competition. Have
Yeah,
your week.
we just need to keep turning out like this every week in, week out. We don't do any
Absolutely.
other thing for God's sake. But
Absolutely.
I'm hopeful. I'm not delusional because
Yeah,
I
well,
know there's still a lot of work.
my take is you know, next 2 weeks is going to be double-edged sword for me. 2 weeks from now.
Especially because Collar's team is on, like, they are so crazy right now. They cannot afford to lose another game.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
And
and this is Anfield.
this
You understand? So
That's
a
where it
that's
lot
why
never
that's
work alone.
see Bayo. That's why it's going to be a statement win for United.
it
And I'm
will
Bro,
telling you,
be
it's going to be a statement win at Anfield.
if we do that,
So,
Lags. If we do that, we're winning the league.
thank you.
breaking news, breaking
If
news,
we,
breaking
Hottest
news.
take.
it's a conditional
Hottest of all
statement.
takes.
If we can make that statement at Anfield and win convincingly, not just scrappy, like if we can convincingly win Liverpool at Anfield,
Well,
then
you
I
mean
will leave
like Chelsea
anything.
did yesterday?
Absolutely.
Well,
No, Chelsea was at the bridge, right? You know, Anfield is a
it's
different
a
ground
different
completely.
it's a different
It's a
ground.
different
Okay,
ground
so
completely.
this is what I was going to say. It's going to be double-edged sword for me. Just like lads will always say, I wish there was a way for both
For
of
both
you
teams to
to lose
lose.
points. Just lose. I want Liverpool to lose, and I want Man U to lose. But if I have to pick on present form, actually, if you think about it, at least United's form has been consistent. Think about it.
Yeah,
United's form
true.
has been
But up and
consistent.
down, but up and down.
It's
Yes.
up and down. You don't know what to expect. So
They've been consistently inconsistent.
But
Exactly.
but you know one thing that's consistent when United play the big boys, we are
yes,
up for it.
that's what I'm going to. They
I
sort
give
of,
United that,
and I
yes.
think the reason why it feels like United turns up against the big boys is because you play deeper against the big boys. When you watch your games against the big boys, you play deeper and you hit on the counter most times. Now, would that work against Liverpool? I don't know, right? Because Arsenal tried to do something of that nature. It did not work. So, the Liverpool that I'm seeing presently, the only way to beat them is to attack them head on. However, if you do that with your defense, Salah is going to feast. He will feast. It
You
will be like
score, you score five.
they
We,
prepare the
we
table
shall see.
before me in the presence of my enemy.
We shall see. We
He
shall
will
see.
feast.
We shall
So
see.
United has to find a balance to have any chance in that game. And let me tell you, that game, I believe, will be decided in the first 25 minutes. Liverpool is going to come out and try to kill you in the first 25 minutes.
They will
Because they are
rush United
That
in that
might
game.
be
That
Rush
the
might be their
United.
downfall.
yeah,
exactly, that
and
might be
that's what
their
I'm saying. That's
downfall.
what I'm saying. It's going to be decided in first 25. It might be their downfall, but it will also mean that you guys will be 2 goals down in 25 minutes, or they might be 2 goals down in 25 minutes because their ego has been bruised, in my opinion. The
Very
3 losses, the egos, they've been bruised. So now they want to use United to show the world that no, we're still here, we're
Yeah.
not going anywhere. And the Olodo they got from Germany, Florian
No, but
Wirtz.
let you know what. On now, let us jump into the game of the weekend, Chelsea
Okay.
Liverpool, and let them. I think we should give. I don't know who should go
Tolu.
first. I don't know if the winner or the loser. I don't know which side
You don't
should
even
go
know. You guys, they should decide
because
among themselves.
they
Who
should,
wants to go first?
we should toss a coin. We should
We
toss a
should fight. We
coin.
should fight over it.
Let
We
Tolu
should
go
go-
first because they won now. So let Tolu go first.
But let the what the world club winners let the champions let them go first.
Yeah, let Tolu go first.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll keep saying it for the next 4 years. World champion.
Shameless red card specialist.
It's not easy. It's part of the culture, We have to give the opposition a chance with that red, calm things down a little.
It's all right.
About the game, I would say, especially the first half, that's probably the best 45 minutes I've seen of Chelsea since that Club World Cup final. That first 45 minutes. The energy, the relentless pressing, and I like the fact that it was when we decided to press high, we did it well. When we decided to sit in that mid block, we did it well. So sometimes we allow Liverpool to, and again, I was really surprised. Liverpool's playing out of the back was completely atrocious. It was so bad. Like Bradley, Konate is like they are scared of the ball. Once the ball gets to them and they are pressed, and there's anybody within 5 meters of them, they are shaking. I'm like, come on. Konate especially, like, this is a potential world-class center half.
No, it's potential. Madrid does not want him anymore. Don't worry, just keep going.
Like I was really surprised, but we are back to the point. The fact that sometimes we give Liverpool the opportunity to build up, and then once the ball gets to the middle, and that Club World Cup showed something. When in big games, if Maresca can set up well, and those midfielders, Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia, if he can ever be fit,
oh my God,
can turn up.
Caicedo was oh man. No, even me, I was a little jealous.
Just give me Caicedo in my team already.
No,
if they can turn up,
it was something else. And I'm not talking about his goal.
I think in general,
the performance was
amazing,
fantastic. And this is Caicedo at what? 85%, because apparently he's playing with something. Actually, with the thing with Caicedo for me is I feel Caicedo has, of course, he has gotten better. He has progressively gotten
absolutely. I agree with you on that.
Better, but I would say he has been playing at the very least good level since January last year.
Yeah,
but finally people are catching up.
Absolutely.
I saw a comment from, was it Gary Neville yesterday, and he was talking about, going into the international break, I can say that Caicedo is the best midfielder in the league. Whether you agree or not is your opinion, but it's crazy that he's now that, okay, we play a Liverpool team, we play well, we win. People now finally recognize that Caicedo is this good.
No, so hold on. I think one of the challenges people have always had with him, and Lagz mentioned it a few weeks back, is that addition of a little bit of offense to his game. A little bit.
Yeah.
He wins the ball. Everyone knows he wins the ball. But the distribution has gotten better. That's one.
Okay.
He didn't distribute. When you look at people who play 6, look at Gravenberch at
Liverpool.
Look at Zubimendi, Partey, Rice, all these guys. When they win the ball,
Casemiro,
yeah, exactly.
Ugarte, Casemiro, okay.
Continue. Continue.
We're talking about 60s. We are bringing Ugarte. That even tackles are kicking people, he does not do it well enough.
So it's that extra bringing the ball up, being able to break the lines, as a 6, because most times the ball comes to you first as a 6 from the defense. That's something that is starting to work on. That's one. 2, it also is now knowing when to get forward closer to the opposition's half, which is why he has scored a few goals in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
When you look at people like Partey, they would score one of those kind of goals every time in a season because they knew when to push forward and get close. He was very comfortable in just
breaking up. But today, you know what I said was if you are buying a player for 120-25 million, I cannot just buy you for defensive attributes alone. You have to also pay me. If I'm paid that money. But the good thing is for 125, he's even getting the goal. Some people are paid inflation 150 assists, nothing.
Wait.
007.
But let's not talk about it. Please don't continue. That's not good. That's not good.
Balinga.
Okay, so I think overall, I think Chelsea deserved to win yesterday. They had a very fantastic first half. The second half, I think Liverpool edged it a little bit in the second half. There were moments, prolonged times when there were a lot of pressure on the Chelsea defense. But they succeeded a lot of times also in trying to catch Liverpool on the counter. If you look at the second half very well, based on my observation, once Konate went out, it seemed as if everything stabilized at the back for Liverpool. Unfortunately, until the goal. So, like Tolu mentioned earlier, I was telling my sons yesterday, I don't know what's happening to Konate. He wants to play like Van Dijk plays. Van Dijk is comfortable enough to allow the opposing team to get close to him before he releases the ball. More like canceling that player out because that player commits, in going to get the ball, then he passes the ball.
That's a skill.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. You need to be sharp on the ball. It's not
easy.
Oh yes,
that's why Van Dijk is the best.
It's not easy, but he does it so effortlessly.
Yeah.
Now Konate will also want to try that. Once somebody now gets close to him, he gets panicked.
Yeah.
And you see in our games, you see that he has misplaced passes that have, more like giving the opposing team, like one-on-one situation with the keeper. So I don't know what's going on with him. Overall, I think, like I said, I think Chelsea deserve to win. But you see, that's the funny part in this game. That game, even though Liverpool was, played a little less than what Chelsea delivered, it could also have gone Liverpool's way. That's the funny thing about that game.
Yeah, Salah had chances.
So, and you see, this is where this game is very funny. If Liverpool had edged Chelsea yesterday, suddenly it will look as if Chelsea didn't play well.
Yeah, the narrative would have been different. So, that's why sometimes I'm usually very careful, with these games, because sometimes you go with the benefit of hindsight, there are so many things that we can see. Oh, we could have done it. Oh, this is the way it happened. But it's just one moment. Because that game yesterday, if it had ended in a draw, everyone would have said, okay, well, fair enough, and all that. Well, I have a question for you, though. So I'm looking at Liverpool. I don't think a lot has changed from the way you guys played last season. Not a lot. Yes, you are missing Trent, who is able to release pressure of pressing with a long pass down the road. And it's not just whacking it, like maybe Bradley will just whack it. Or someone between Trent and Van Dijk. You have two players who will be able to go beyond the opposition's midfield and pinpoint an attacker, right?
Yeah.
So, but beyond those, I don't think a lot has changed in this style, right? Cause confusion in the opposition's half and score and all those. Okay. However, you've bought new players. You've bought Florian Wirtz, you've bought Frimpong, you've bought Isak. Those are supposed to be on top of their games when they came to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Wirtz was touted as one of the best. Isak is said to be the best striker if you take out Haaland, maybe, right? And then Frimpong was tearing up Europe last season.
Yeah.
What do you think the issue is with integrating these players? Because when you look at it, I don't think they've if I make bold to say that Ekitike should be starting ahead of Isak. So what do you think the issue is with settling these players in? Wait, for instance, look so lightweight, like I don't know.
So
It looks like a mistake.
so here's my take. And I hope you can see it as an objective opinion.
Hopefully,
So
if you're objective, we'll tell you you're objective.
okay, good. So
Don't force our opinion.
I think we are struggling two or three things. I think we are struggling, managing the introduction, these new players. It's not jiving yet, but I know it will. Because sometimes when you make
Sound like Labuda.
so what sometimes what we fail to see, is when you make those kind of changes, it can be significant. So, for example, Luis Diaz is not here again. Nunes is not here again. Jota is late.
And that's a lot of pressing. You guys
exactly. So by the time you because these are key players, Trent has left. Now you bring in these new players. They are also good players. But you see, when you are changing too many players, it can take a while before things will, begin to jive. So I think we are facing that issue. That's one. Secondly, defensively, I think it's been abysmal, right? I honestly felt that worst case scenario, we needed to have gotten at least one center back, okay? Because if you look at the way we are playing, and this is always my own problem. I don't believe that you can win a league if you are not tight at the back. I personally don't believe it. Now we have considered almost 10 goals in 7 games. That is not the making of a champion. And I was telling my sons that this same thing, even when we won the first 5 games. You understand? So defensively, we need to get our acts together. And then I think another thing I need to point out is, I think people are over, how do I put it? Just calm down, okay? Yeah, yesterday, I know Bayo said something like, okay, I think you mentioned it today too. He thinks that we are getting to that mental, not like mental incapacity. I don't think it's there yet. I know it's 3 straight losses, yes, but you see, that's what happens when you are setting standard. The problem Liverpool has now is that the standard is so high that even when we're 15, we won the first 5 games, people were like, Liverpool. See, at the end of the day, we are second on the table. It's not like the world is not coming to an end.
And that's how it will remain till the end of the season.
Okay, no problem. The world is not coming to an end. It's just like when you have a Messi or a Ronaldo, they play a season, they score 25 goals. And people say, oh, Messi had a bad season. What are you talking about? Why? Because there's been seasons where he will score 50, 60. If another person scores 25 goals in a season, you say, oh, what a fantastic season. You see? So let's calm down. Calm down, okay? So those are the things that I have identified.
This sounds like consolation to me.
No, well, that's the way you see it, but
I think, for instance.
Sorry, today before you continue. Sorry, guys, it's been fantastic. I need to jump off real quick.
That's fine.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
All right. Yeah. All right, lads. Yeah.
Okay, man. So my take is that, for instance, you recruited and you didn't replace what you lost. And I'll tell you why.
A bit wrong.
Yes, you didn't replace what you lost. Number one, in my opinion, you didn't need Florian Wirtz. It just felt like a shiny new toy. He might still come through, but your midfield that ran through the league last season is still playing well.
About energy, running.
It's about energy. And when you play, for instance, Szoboszlai on the right wing, what you are doing is you are taking away that covering for Salah.
Yeah.
Because last season, what will happen is Salah will just sit up front there. He wasn't coming back at all. And whenever you needed to press, Szoboszlai will just shift a little bit towards him and help him out as best as possible, right? And then you still had the covering from the right fullback. That's one, right? Secondly, Luis Diaz is a player I want on my team every day, any day. He is one of the reasons why you didn't think you lost a lot with losing money. Because he still gave that much effort. in pressing. So think about it. You had Diaz pressing, you had Nunes. If you play the three of them together at some point, two of the three up front will at least press.
And relentlessly.
Relentlessly.
They don't stop.
Now, what is happening is that teams are now getting opportunities to play the ball out against you and attack you more. So you are not having the opportunity to get more control of the ball more than you would usually have back then. Gakpo does not press the same way. He doesn't even press. Forget. Salah will not press. And then you have Isak presses. But you see, Isak does not press at the level of maybe a Firmino that you are used to, for instance. Isak, when he was in Newcastle, the guys around him were crazy. Those guys
Gordon Murphy,
Gordon Murphy, all these guys, Gumares, all these guys, Jolinton will join and press. So you are missing that. And then because of that, you now still have Florent behind them. Who is not that strong in his press as well. I've seen a few situations one-on-one duels where they just walk right past him. I'm like, dude, put some effort now.
I know a player. Exactly. Put in a tackle now.
So
put your leg there.
Not even walking past him, you will see that obviously the physicality of the English league is just a lot of times you see it's almost as if one can push away and just falls. Yeah. So I think that again, this is, you may call it consolation, but even with other teams, this is what I always believe. People expect that somebody is coming from Germany to come and play in England. It's just 7 games. Okay. Sometimes it takes a while for some players. Some people may hit the ground running, right? But for a player like that, you will see that the tempo of the game of the English league is way above his level.
And that's the challenge, right? The way he plays is at a slower pace. He wants to just take control of the ball. People like all these Caicedo and all these Lassing brothers, Gumares, all these guys. They want to kill you. I think it's okay to say it's 7 games, but that's a sample size.
Already true.
He needs to up his game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Up that tempo. Release the ball faster, get into positions faster. Even when he gets opportunities in the box, because I've seen him get a few. We can joke around and say, 009, 00 something. But he has gotten a few chances. But the pace at which he's trying to strike the ball to score is like he's thinking about it.
Yeah.
Which he had all the time in the world, in Germany, to do. Yeah. You won't get that time here. Somebody is diving in.
Yeah.
Diving in at you. Almost like they are waiting to kill you. So that recruiting, in my opinion, you didn't replace completely what you lost. And I also think Salah and Van Dijk, they've lost a step. They are not as dominating. I'm not saying they will not still perform, but when you age, will always be age.
Yeah, I agree.
Age will always be age.
But you know what? I said something last week. I said that for me, it is very difficult for me to assess Salah or to assess Van Dijk because the team is not playing well.
Absolutely.
So it's difficult for me to say that. I think it will be unfair if we pick them out and say, I agree with you. Maybe they've dropped this, but then it's difficult to really assess them when the entire team, as a unit, is not playing well.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think we should jump to, because we're almost done. Let's just look at, Villa won today. There's really nothing much to say in that because they seem to be finding some form again. The one that I wasn't surprised, and I called it on Friday when we were doing the preview, was Everton Crystal Palace. I called it. I said Everton was going to win that game, and this is my reason. And I don't know if you guys agree. It's the same thing Kola says, right? English league is sort of different. You find teams that have become some sort of bogey teams for your team suddenly, and you're like, that was Newcastle for us. That used to be Bolton for Arsenal way back there. Suddenly, Newcastle took over. Very annoying. Even if you are playing on top of your game, you are the best in the world. When you play against them, just forget.
Yeah.
It's looking like Crystal Palace is that team for Liverpool suddenly again now.
Yeah.
Right? When you look at the history between Everton and Crystal Palace, Everton just finds that result against them somehow. We're looking at the statistics. Everton finds a way, even when they are not playing well. Everton almost getting relegated. Against Crystal Palace, they find a way. And they won yesterday. Man of the match was Grealish as well. That's another player who has found a new lease of life, you know.
I don't even. I begin to wonder why did he even go to Man City?
Exactly. I don't think some players I don't understand. Sometimes, you know, but again, you can't say he's a sportsman. He wanted to go test himself out.
Yeah.
You know,
you can't blame him for that.
Guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I need to drop.
No problem.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're almost rounding off as well. Wolves, Brighton, Newcastle. Guys, Angie. Yeah, Angie, guys. What do you think?
I think this goes to Marinakis. And this is something that we Chelsea fans to say about our sporting directors and owners. Just to briefly go there before I come back. Maresca said after Kola got injured, get me a centre back. He even said it in the media. But it seems like the sporting directors, and I understand their thinking to an extent, because we have a lot of centre backs. We have the quantity, but the quality is not there. And they're also very young. So to the sporting directors, especially with this UEFA FFP stuff, they probably told Maresca, Ogbeni, sorry, you can't go and sign somebody else when we have 6-7 centre backs. Yes, you might think they are not good enough, and you might be right. But what do we do about them? We can't sell all of them. You know, work with what you have. Now we can see the working with what you have, having to play Hato and Rich James at centre half against Liverpool at home. So same thing with Marinakis. You have a coach, Nuno, that is doing well for you. Yes, you might not like the style, but it was effective. And then you go and get a coach and do a complete 360.
No. You went to go and get a sporting director that was a failure in another place.
Edu,
Then you brought that one. Then you sacked your coach and brought a coach that finished 17. I mean, what was his position last season?
Not just the position, the playing style is a complete 360. And he did not have preseason. What do you expect? And then back to the point about, you saw the way his team, Spurs, I think Forest most likely would have beat Spurs at least once last season now.
I can check that for you.
Maybe even home and away. You know, so you saw the way he was playing with Spurs, and you sign him to come and do what? So you
and I don't even think, in my mind, I don't think Angie is a good coach. I don't care what anyone says. He's not a good coach in my mind. And I told Lagz that he's going to mess up Nottingham Forest. I told him that he's going to mess up Nottingham Forest. And that's exactly what we're seeing. And Marinakis, or whatever his name is, you know, the minute he started having issues with Nunes, right? Last season. Nuno last season. You know, you want to be seen as some eccentric billionaire kind of owner. You go on the pitch, talking down, taking players, doing all sorts of. Bro, sit down in your position in the box and let the players be. Let the coaches do their job. Now, you sacked a good coach, and in fact, if you watch the way West Ham played against Arsenal yesterday, my money is on West Ham finishing ahead of Nottingham Forest. That's my money. They are the difference in the way they put in the work. And that's what Nuno plays. That's his style. The players put in hard work. That's the first thing. We're not talking tactics first.
Put in that work first.
It is that hard work. They grind. And then they begin to have an identity. And that identity will soon start to show for West Ham, in my opinion. If I was grateful, we played them yesterday. Best game for Nuno. When he had
that 2, 3, 4 games become a problem.
Even at that, we will struggle to beat them more than 2-0. You know, so I think
he had that same effect when he was at Wolves.
Yes, that same effect.
Yes, absolutely.
All disclosed. Maybe apart from Spurs.
Yeah.
Because Spurs are just Spurs.
Those ones they just I don't understand them. Anyways, Wolves Brighton as well. That was a drabby 1-1. Wolves could have won that easily, but they considered 86 minutes. And then the final game. I'm sure we'll have some opinion on that. Brentford, Man City. What do you guys think? I think we've talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah, in my opinion, City got away with that game. It could have easily gone to.
Especially, I think the second half. I was watching it in and out. I think the second half, there was a lot of pressure from Brentford, but
Thiago was not clinical. Got through on goal, just didn't gather himself, and made Donnarumma look very good in saving the ball. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine.
But you see, Jagos, one thing is, I think even with City's not too good form, I think getting Donnarumma is going to play a major factor in their success this season. Honestly,
yeah,
it's going to play a major factor because where they fail defensively, somehow I suspect that
Donnarumma will cover.
it's going to come true for them. I honestly
absolutely. Like the goal he saved against Thiago today was a good save.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, you are correct.
That will help them.
Let's talk La Liga a little bit before you go. Barcelona today versus Sevilla.
I didn't even watch it. I just saw the scores.
I didn't watch the game. I just saw that.
I was switching between City games and
what happened? I didn't watch it.
And it's the same thing we've been talking about. It's the highlight.
That highlight.
It's the highlight. Teams are beginning to crack. And when we tell coaches, you don't need to remain, this is my philosophy, is my style.
I must play that way.
I will go back to Arsenal. The reason why Wenger never won the UCL is because of that stubbornness in style. I will tell you till tomorrow. Even that 2006 final, just look at that singular game. And think about it that was Mourinho coaching Arsenal. And we had gone to 10 men and we still took the lead 1-0. What do you think happens in that game?
Close shop, down, close shop.
That's shut up.
But you know what? We were still attacking Barcelona. Henry was still getting one-on-one chances. We were still attacking them. I'm like, why are we attacking these guys? And that's the difference. It's the same thing Amorim is going through. You want to be, this is my philosophy. I won with
I want to die. Even the Pope will not change my mind.
Oh, is that?
Yeah. Said even the Pope will not change his mind.
That's ridiculous. And even if you can see, same thing you guys said, a coach like Guardiola came to Emirates, took a 1-0 lead, saw that his team was not going to be able to hold on, decided to just, at a point, they had like 5 central defenders on the pitch.
Yes, now.
He removed, at the point, they were playing 5-5-0. Yes, out of their formation. Removed Haaland too.
That was what I was saying the other time. I think Guardiola is getting to a point where he realizes that you can't always play the way you want. You just watch the way he's playing these days. He's playing like, and I think that was what helped Slot last season. Slot, his philosophy, I think his own philosophy is kind of adaptive. So you see that sometimes, you don't need to play very well. Just be effective, because at the end of the day, that's what counts. You get your 1 point there, you get your 3 points there. You see what I mean? It's very strange that City will play against Brentford, and you say, what's the score? 1-0.
And they scored the 1 goal very early in the match too.
Yeah, she had 9 minutes or something.
It's kind of it's a very strange scoreline, but you see, Guardiola is coming to terms with the fact that
he doesn't have all the best players in the world.
Yeah. Yes,
absolutely. So and Madrid won yesterday too, 3-1. Those ones, although I support Madrid, right? But is there something going on that we don't get? Every week they get a penalty.
For Madrid or against
Madrid? Not against. Every week. Mbappe is either scoring a penalty. If I was shocked, he let Vinicius play the one from yesterday. It is him playing penalties.
He wants to win that Ballon d'Or. He wants to win it.
If penalty comes, just take it like that.
Yeah,
Mbappe wants to
people
win
are
the
beginning
Ballon
to
d'Or.
say there's something going on. And the penalty they got yesterday was debatable again. It felt like,
Yeah. I know that feeling that when you support a team, you feel like I don't want us to be winning like that. Yeah.
Penalties every week.
Okay, sorry. One moment. I know we're not planning on talking about the Champions League, but the penalty against Liverpool during the week, I still don't understand it. I don't know if anybody saw it. I don't get it. No, I don't understand.
The Osimhen one.
The Osimhen one.
So
the fact that you are thinking about it
exactly answers your question.
Yeah,
already answers your question. And I think this is it. One thing I like about Europe, though, is the referees are consistent.
Yes.
You would still see those kind of penalties given this season.
Yes.
If it's Premiership now, they will give this one this week and not give it next
week. They might not give it again for the next 2 months.
The one for me for that game was the VAR didn't even check it.
They didn't. I think they just told the referee straight up from that.
Yeah, that we agree.
That was just ridiculous. And you see, at the end of the day, that was what determined the game.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to make excuses, but you look at it and you're like, oh, the game could have been a draw.
Oh, it still sound like excuses, Sha, because that's
okay. No problem. When it comes to your time, I don't want to hear anything.
After the game yesterday, Slot was comparing that to a challenge between James and Isak, and I was like, nah, that was not similar.
Slot is a bad loser. We are all
now, he's complaining about everything now.
But wait, which one are you? Which? No, but that tackle, the referee didn't even call it.
Isak did this to Rich James, pulled him back.
Yes, Isak pulled him back. Pulled him back,
and then James was trying to get him off, and he hit him with his.
No. That no. I don't think that.
He compared it. Yes,
he compared it.
He compared it with which one? With
the Galatasaray pen.
No. But
he said it should have been a pen.
So permit me to say this. It's comparable. The only difference is that one is in Europe, one is in the EPL.
No, it's not comparable.
It's not.
This is the reason why it's not comparable. Isak fouled
James first. He fouled James.
Okay, that's what you're saying.
Pulled him back.
I was pulling him up, and he was trying to get him off.
But he was trying to get him off. Then he hit him in the face mistakenly. Sorry.
That's what happened.
Okay, but I even thought you were talking about the tackle on. There was a tackle on Gakpo. I don't know who did that, and everything didn't even call it.
I think it was Gusto.
And everything didn't even call it. And then there was a foul that he gave Chelsea, and he gave a yellow card to Szoboszlai for nothing.
So referees in the Premier League, they're too inconsistent.
They're not consistent. Honestly, we can agree on that. That's one of the most consistent topics.
I'm telling you.
Lack of consistency, and that's why when you look at big tournaments like World Cup, Euros,
English refs are not there.
And you'll be seeing referees from Spain, 5.
From Germany, from France,
4, 5, France, 3.
Yeah.
They are not consistent. Okay, guys. We're gonna bring this to an end. I thank you guys so much for joining us. This has really been a very exciting one. We really enjoyed ourselves. Hopefully, we can have you guys join us again very soon. You're always welcomed. I mean, anytime, just reach out to us. To Bayo as well. Thank you, Kola. Thank you, Tolu. It's the international break, so we would, even though we record, we'll just. I'm not even excited to record the international break because my money is on Nigeria not making it to the World Cup, and that makes me sad.
Why are you even putting money at all?
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not putting my mind on it at all.
Yeah, at all. You know. All right, guys, thank you, and please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and let's know what you guys think about the podcast. Okay. Thank you so much and enjoy it. Have a fantastic 2 weeks break from amazing soccer because I don't know what the World Cup qualifiers can be very fun. Bye, guys. Bye.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.